Hello, everybody! Welcome to another Masters of Boredom board game stream, starring me, myself, and I, Pansel Saren, and as always, my partner, CJ.
What are we playing tonight, man?
We are playing Kingsburg.
Kingsburg.
Kingsburg is a really interesting worker placement game because it's not what you would think in terms of a worker placement game. Usually, you have like these little pawns that you can put on the board to get resources and goodies and whatnot. But this time we have dice, and our dice are going to do the talking for us. Unfortunately, you can't really control what the dice are going to give you, but you have options. For example, you'll notice that there's this board of 18 possible people that you can get goodies from, up to and including the king and queen. So you're going to roll these dice and see what you get, and you only get one roll. So once they land, that's it. So in this case, I have an 11, but I also have a 5, a 4, and a 2. So I can just say, you know what? I want what 11 has to offer me, which in this case is either a gold and a stone or a stone and a wood. But the gold and the stone sound good to me. I can just go, I'm going to play all 11 on 11. And then boom, my turn is done. I get that stuff. But I could also say, you know what? 2 gives me a gold as is, and 9 would give me 2 other things, a gold and a wood or a stone and a wood. So why don't I just play the 2 and hope that my opponent can't play the 9? Because you take turns, and once somebody has taken one of these people, that person is gone for the rest of the season. So you can block each other out from getting certain things that you may or may not want. But that's another option. I could go 2 and 9. I could say, you know what? I really like the idea of doing 6 and 5, because 5 gives you combat, as long as you can break the dice up in that way, like 7 and 4 would be another option, 5 and 2, and the 4 by itself. Or you could just go 2, 4, and 5 if your opponent decides to go all in. If CJ took all 10 and just went straight for the 10, I'd be like, all right, now I can do whatever I want. So, it really is up to you, and that will determine how many of what goods you get every turn. But once you're out of dice, you can't get anything else. And as I said, once somebody has claimed a advisor for that season, that person is done for that season. Nobody else can get anything from them again. There is one exception, which I'll explain later.
I mean, we don't want to overwork the advisors.
No. That's why we play in terms of seasons and years. So each year is like one round of play, and each year has 8 phases. This sounds like a nightmare, but it's really not that bad. 4 of the phases are like the king handing out goodies or you giving opportunities to do things. There are only 4 real seasons that you really have to worry about. The first step is the king's favor. If somebody is behind, to the point where they have fewer buildings than everybody else, the king will give them an extra white die, which is one of these over here, and you get to add that to your pool of dice and roll it along with it, and that could give you more options. It could give you, what you need to get up to the 18 or the 17, the higher numbers that have more stuff.
You the citizen, here's a pity die.
Yeah. It's only valid for the very next season, but it could still help the player in last place.
Oh, big time.
So after that comes spring, which is the first season of the year, and that's when everybody rolls their dice and determines what stuff they want to get from the advisors and how they want to spend that stuff. And how you spend that stuff usually is on the buildings here. In fact, I don't think there is any other way to spend that. Well, there is, but I'll get to it in a minute. So most of the time, you're going to be building buildings. Once everybody has done their resources for the turn, then everybody can build one building off of this sheet of possibilities. You must start at the left end of the row and then build buildings across the row. You cannot jump ahead and build this one if I haven't built these 2 first. But you can do any row you want. You can jump from row to row. That's fine, but you cannot build a building if you haven't built all the ones to the left of it first. And each one, as you'll notice, gives you a different ability. The top one at the end of the summer season, you can pay a wood to get 2 gold. This one, the Steinbrück, all the building names on this version are in German. I apologize, but all the text of what happens is in English, thankfully, so we can still play. But the Steinbrook gives you, at the end of summer, you can pay 1 stone to get 3 gold, and so on and so forth. They are all different. Every single building does something different. There's sometimes a running theme, like this row, the B row allows you to reroll dice if you get in trouble. The C row allows you to adjust dice and give you extra dice if you get in trouble. And like the E and F rows are all about combat, and the G row is also about combat. So that all helps. Hey, one dead donkey. Yeah, so there's generally a theme to each of the rows, but each building does something different. And you get victory points for building buildings as well, which is really important to remember. You get them when you build the building, not at the end of the game, so it's not like we're going to be counting up points at the end, but it will be something of a race as things go on. So that's how a productive season works, 2, 4, and 6. All exactly the same. Roll the dice, use them to get goodies from these advisors, and then build something with those goodies down here.
Huzzah.
And again, everyone's allowed to build 1 building. There is an exception to that, but I'll explain it in a moment. So after spring, we move on to the 3rd season. Well, not the 3rd season, the 3rd phase, which is when the king is pleased with whoever has built the most buildings and gives the person who's built the most buildings a victory point, just because. If there's a tie, then both players get the extra victory point. And then the 4th season is summer. This is another productive season. Everybody rolls dice, gets goodies from the council, and then builds things with those goodies. And then we move on to phase 5, which is the King's Envoy. Now, if a player is still struggling, the player with the least buildings gets the King's Envoy. That is this purple thing right here, and it gives you the opportunity to do one of 2 things. You can either use it to build 2 buildings when it's the end of the production phase, and you can ordinarily only build 1. The King's Envoy will let you build 2, but you have to be able to pay for both of them. So you need all the resources to build them. The other option is you can also use the King's Envoy token to get the same goods as a council member who has been used. So say CJ takes number 5, and I was like, man, I really wanted him. I needed some combat strength this year. I can remember that, hey, I have the King's Envoy token, and I have a 5 on a die. I can spend the King's Envoy token to allow me to use that die on the 5, even though it's already been used, and I still get that benefit. Now, once you use the Envoy token in either capacity, either through double building or through double council using, you have to put it back, set it back on the 5 space, and the next player will claim it the next year. However, if you do not use it by the end of summer, when the King's Envoy comes around again, it might very well go to someone else, because you got to use it by the end of this phase, or else the king takes it back and gives it to somebody else. Or he might give it to you again, but either way, you missed out on the opportunity to get a bonus out of it. So after the King's Envoy gets handed out to somebody, then we go into autumn, which is season 6. Again, it is everybody rolls dice, everybody uses those dice to get stuff from the council, and then everybody building a building using that stuff they got. And then finally, phase 7, we have to prepare for war. Now, the war part is fun. There's these decks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, one for each year of the game. We're going to play 5 years. Now, we're going to draw one at random from the 1 pile, one at random from the 2 pile, one at random from the 3, 4, and 5, and those will be the creatures we'll fight. And you'll notice on the back of each, it says the number range, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 to 7, or 7 to 9. That is the combat strength of whatever we're going to be fighting at the end of the year. So you'll notice that they go up as the years go on, and whatever we run into is going to be harder and harder to put down. But you never know. The thing that comes out at the end of year 1 might be a 4, and then you'll be like, oh man, we got thrashed. We better bulk up for next year. And then next year what comes out is a 3. It's even easier to defeat. It's just the way things can go in this game. So you never know what you're going to run into or what it's going to be. But it's usually something bad if you lose. Like, there'll be a red section of the card that'll exclaim what happens if you do not manage to defeat them, which I think you just have to equal their strength. I'm going to double check, but I think you have to beat them, but I'll have a look. Okay, so the battle, yes. Each governor must fight the enemy themselves with the help of the additional soldiers sent by King Tritus. That is right. So what happens is your combat value will be your military strength, which is covered on this board up here, and you gain extra ones from people like Counselor number 10, Counselor number 5 give you combat. A couple of the higher level ones blocked by the start game, I believe, also give you combat. But you can also, during Phase 7, right before the battle begins, you can spend 2 goods of any kind, wood, stone, gold, any of that. Any 2 goods will give you 1 combat strength, so you can use this to bulk yourself up at the last second. Finally, you get to add your King's bonus, which is one of these chips here. Each player starts with a 0, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Now, the other player will not know what you decide to play, because when you play your chip, you're going to flip it over face down first, and then place it, under your combat marker or whatever. I don't think it's actually going to fit there, but in any event, you can just put it out in front of you, I guess. That's fine. But anyway, you'll add that number to your combat strength for the year, and then if your combat value is higher than the enemy strength, you have won the battle, and you receive the rewards listed on the enemy card. If your combat value is equal, you barely manage to resist the enemies, so you get no rewards, but also no penalties. If your combat value is lower than the enemy strength, you have been defeated and must suffer the losses listed on the enemy card. Now, these can be things from like you lose 1 gold, or you lose 1 wood. You lose a good of your choice. You lose a victory point. But they can also be things like lose a building.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yep, we've been there before.
And you might have spent a whole long time, getting the resources you needed to build a building, and then you got to give it up. And that stinks. The player or players whose total combat value, the King's die plus the buildings and the soldiers is the highest receives 1. Okay, we're not using a King's die. That's what the chips are for. So there is no King's die in this game. You're going to be using the chip instead to determine what your quote-unquote roll for the week would be. Another way to play the game is to roll a single white die to determine how many soldiers the king is giving out to everybody that year. But we're going to play it a little bit more strategically, and we're not going to use a die. We're going to use these discs and determine when to put them out. So it is the disc plus your combat strength for the year, plus any bonuses given to you from buildings. A lot of them give you extra combat strength. So you can build a lot of low-level stuff and have a decent amount of combat strength just from buildings alone. That is the end of the year. After everybody's gone through that and gotten the bonuses or negatives, depending on, what you got, then we move on to the next year and start all over again until we reach the end of year 5, after which we'll count up all of our points, and whoever has the most victory points is the winner, plain and simple. I don't think there's bonuses at end of year, but I could be mistaken. There's just the bonus for whoever's combat value is the highest. You get 1 victory point, but only if you were also victorious. So if both players fail to kill the bad guys, the player in the lead doesn't get any bonus from the king. He's like, nah, I'm not happy with you.
You both suck.
Yeah. At the end of the year, the current year moves to an end. We move the marker on the year track down 1 space. If it's the end of the 5th year, the game ends. At the end of the 5th year, just the player with the most victory points is the winner, and that's it. Some buildings might give you more victory points at the end of the game, like the cathedral here. Gives you 1 victory point per 2 resources you have, so at that point we will count up those. But I think that's the only one. I don't see anything else that gives you anything at end of game, so that is it. So, at the end of the game, that's just it. Whoever has the most victory points, done. End of game. Got it?
Yeah.
Adam can barely hear CJ.
Really?
I can turn you up. As long as you can hear me, that's what I was really concerned about. CJ, why don't you say something at your normal volume, please? Don't push it.
Yeah, no problem. Can you hear me okay now?
Adam can hear me really good. That's good. That's what I was worried about with my mic issues. He says much better. Okay, cool. So now you can hear both of us.
Thank you, tech support, Adam.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Let's get started, shall we? I'm going to hit the start game button. Now, this game is entirely scripted, so we've tried not to mess with too much, because it should do a lot of stuff automatically for us. Holy cow. All right. This is it's something we're not using.
Okay.
This is we're gonna ignore the additional bonus stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that. But it did set up our battles for us, so we're set up there. Did it put our? It did not. You know what? I think maybe you're right. Maybe we do have to. Hang on. No, too late. I was gonna hit the New Year button, but I'm afraid that's gonna do something else. You know what? We'll just do it manually. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We're capable.
It's fine. Yeah.
Aaron, how do you get the bonus points again? The purple bag up here.
There's two ways. You can go to Councilman number 7.
Ah, there he is. I knew there was a way to get it.
He gives you a good of your choice and one of these fancy schmancy little markers. Number 12 also gives you one, but she gives you 2 goods of your choice. These markers can be used to add a +2 to any die or dice. So if you're just shy of getting that big 18 or whatever you're trying to reach, and you just need 2 more points. Now, mind you, you have to use the whole 2. You can't use it as like a +1. Like that's just it. So you can't break them up. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? So the first phase doesn't happen because we're both tied. Nobody has an advantage. So we're going to move on to season number 2. This is our first production season. Go ahead and roll those dice. Big numbers. Big. Oh, doctor. Oh, I got really excited for a minute there. Okay. I have 11. CJ has 7. So
7.
I believe it's the lowest roll goes first. I'm gonna double check. I believe it's the lowest total roll goes first. Okay, so that's constructing buildings. That's getting the advisor stuff. Dice. Okay, then the position of all the players on the turn order chart are adjusted for the season. Each player adds up the value of all of his or her dice, including any white dice rolled. The player with the lowest total will be the new first player, with the other players acting in order of dice totals. So the player who rolled the highest total will take the last position on the turn order chart. So that would be this, I believe. So CJ's going to go first. I thought there were markers for that.
There used to be. I'm not sure.
You know what? We can just use building tokens. That's fine.
I mean, there's only 2 of us. So
yeah, it's not going to be too hard to remember, but I'll put one of my building tokens on 2, and you'll be on 1, so we know that you're going first. So proceed to the next step, which is now influencing the king's advisors. So, CJ, if you'd be so kind as to influence an advisor.
I shall influence number 5.
CJ is going straight to number 5. He wants some combat prowess.
So then I move my marker up here 1, correct?
Yeah, move it to 1. You've got 1 point in combat power. Yes, very well done. You can take the rest of those out of there. Yeah, it's just going to be you and me today. I have an 11, which is good for a couple of goodies.
That's not bad. I mean, that's a good choice.
You can't block 1, so if I decided to just take a 10, oh boy. But then...
Yeah, that's actually why I took 5, because you can't block 2.
10 would be... Yeah, 10 would be, like... It would be 2 combat strength, and I'd get to look at the card and find out exactly what we need.
Oh, that's right. The orb lets you know what it is.
Yeah. The only downside is I wouldn't get any goods, so I wouldn't be able to build anything. But I don't think you might be able to build something, but I don't think not for 1 gold. I think we're both screwed, kinda. Unless I decide to go for goods. It would be really useful to know what this card is. It would be so useful to know. But what are my options here? I can do 7, get a good of my choice and a 2, and then a 4. I think that might be the best option.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah, because that's 2 goods, basically of my choice. Yeah. I guess. I know. I'm thinking. I just don't want. Oh, for God's sake! All right, yeah. I'm gonna spend 7. I'm gonna come over to this guy, and I'm gonna get me one of those fancy schmancy 2 things. Hooray!
Hey, and
And a good of my choice. What do I want? I think
stone, sir.
the stone is tempting. A stone is super tempting. I'm gonna take a stone.
All right.
Because it's the one thing I can't get from number 4. And then CJ's only die left is 2, so he'll go to the 2 and take a gold.
Done.
And then my last die is a 4, so I'll go to 4, and I will also take a gold. Yoink. There we are. Like so. Very well done. Alright, that's it. That is all she wrote, as it were. So now it is time to build. So if you would like to build, you may do so now. And I think, oh man,
What you gonna build for your gold and stone?
yeah, you know what? It might be dumb, but I'm gonna spend the stone, and I am going to build me my Provisorisch Verteidigung.
Not a bad idea.
I believe it is like a watchtower. I'm just going to call it that. It's a watchtower. It is the first building in row G, and it gives me +1 combat strength against enemies with strength equal to or less than 5. So that might be good as far as year 4, maybe. But it will be completely useless in year 5, no matter what. But it will definitely help this year. CJ, what are you doing? You have 1 gold. I don't think you can build anything.
You literally cannot buy anything.
All right. Well, here's the good news. You're about to get, I'm about to get a bonus. Yay, because I'm the only one who built a building. Hooray. Okay, so I need to return my dice. And here we are, and there we are, and there we are. Okay, so we're done with that phase. We've all built, well, those of us who could build did. We're going to move to phase 3, which in this case is whoever has built the most buildings gets a victory point. Yay me. Dang, I got a victory point. Because I didn't get one for building the damn building. It was worth 0. Okay, but we're going to move on now to season, phase number 4. The summer, the hottest season of the year.
You know what it is, Aaron?
What?
The over here on the right of the board, these cards up here keep track of the victory points.
Oh, I was looking in the wrong place. So we don't actually need these.
These tokens go up here for the turn order.
Oh, good eye. All right, well then we don't need that then. Get that out of there. So I was 2 and you're 1 and I have 1 victory. So we'll use the score tracker up here instead.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so we both have our dice. It's time to roll. Come on, big numbers. Get that +2 working. I got another 11. Well, I mean, if I wanted to go, whole hog, I could. Oh man. What to do? So I have an 11. You have a 10.
Yeah.
What does the submit button do? Oh.
Look at that!
Look at that! Isn't that cute? And I'm not sure if it automatically did our tokens in order, but it may not. It didn't matter because it didn't change. So, CJ, you are still first with 10. What would you like to do, sir?
I think that I am going to I think I'm going to go to number 7. I'm going to do 5.
Okay.
6, 7.
So that's any good of your choice, and another 2-point plus thing. Now, mind you, I think you can only use 1 at a time. I could be mistaken.
I'm not positive on that either.
I'm going to double check. It should be explained in the section under 7, and 1 + 2 token from the supply. Helps the advisors who influenced him or her. Oh, here we go. Must spend 1 or more of your dice. The total of dice you spend must be exactly equal to the advisor value. You cannot partially spend dice. A single +2 token can be added to a die or dice to increase the sum by exactly 2 points. You can only add 1 token per season to a die or dice group. So you can collect them, but you can still only use 1 per season.
Okay.
So,
all right, I'm going to grab a stone as my thing.
Sure.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go for some...
What you going to do with your 11, Aaron?
I
mean, 11 is not a bad choice, but
no.
choice
I think...
I mean, 9's pretty nice, too.
I'm gonna spend my +2, and I'm going to spend 7 on a 9.
Okay.
7 + 2 is 9, so I can have a gold and a wood, or a stone and a wood. I'm gonna take a gold and a wood.
All right then.
Gold and a wood.
All right. I'm gonna head over to number 3.
Yep.
And grab some wood, like so.
I'm gonna head over to number 4, and I can have a gold or a wood. What do I want? You know what? I want gold. I'm gonna take another gold. Yoink. All right. 3 gold, 1 wood. I'm pretty happy with that, and that ends the turn. Nobody else has anything, so that is the end of that.
Okay.
So now it is time to build, and I am going to build a kneep. A neep. It's the first building in row C.
I too shall build a Kneep.
Which just gives you a +2 marker at the end of summer.
Which is not a bad thing to have for sure.
No, I cannot complain about that. It is also worth 0 victory points.
Yeah.
So nobody gets anything for building it, but hey. All right, and yeah, that'll do for now. So we both have. I have 2 buildings built. CJ has 1 building built, which means now that we move to phase 5, CJ can take control of the King's Envoy token.
Hooray!
The Envoy will help you out by allowing you to double up on any advisor, or build 2 buildings in a single turn if you would like.
If I manage to get some, yeah.
Let's move on to phase 6. I'm just going to put these 3 together so I can just grab them all at the same time. Here we are.
How do we reset our roll thing?
I don't know. Don't do New Year.
Yeah, right?
Don't do New Year. We must have done something wrong. We don't know how this scripting was set up or how it was intended to work. So
we're back to manual.
We can manually roll. It's fine.
Da.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, by the way, it was the end of summer and we both had one, so we should have both gotten a +2. Yep.
Tokens. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, this time I have the absolute ass roll. I got 8, but CJ has 9, 12. All right. So we're gonna swap our tokens, and I will go first this time. 8. I still haven't looked. I should look. I'm gonna look. I want to be on the safe side. I'm gonna spend my 8 plus my +2. Which whoa, that was not meant to do that. I didn't mean to grab that. I somehow grabbed that. I don't know how I grabbed that. There we go. Blah blah blah. Move things around. Yay. All right. So this was what I was trying to grab. +2. And that will allow me to activate number 10 for 2 combat strength, and I get to look at the card for year 1. So I and only I will know what we're facing. Well, me and Adam and anybody else who happens to be watching the stream. Okay, so I've now looked. I know what to expect and what number to beat.
Now I have to see how nervous you are based on the combat strength you have.
Right. But now it's all yours, and you can do anything you want except 10, which you couldn't do anyway. Well, you could with the +2. The +2 could have gotten you there, but
I have
you have the Envoy, so you can still use it if you want.
I could do that, and it is honestly kind of tempting. Because I don't think I can afford to build 2 things even if I wanted to. Yeah, that requires. Yeah, I mean, I can't do squat with what I have here. Man.
Well, if you get enough resources, you could build 2 things, because the
Yeah.
I'm gonna say its name again because it's fun. The Provisorisch Vertidigung only costs 1 stone, which you already have. So if
Yeah.
you get enough resources to build something else, you could actually build 2 things this turn.
Yeah. Let's see. I could.
And I can freely tell you that the Provisorisch Vertidigung will come in handy this year. Of course, you could tell that just by looking at the back of the card.
Yeah, agreed.
It's going to be -5 no matter what. CJ's going straight to number 5 to give himself another combat strength to get himself up to my 2.
Both have exactly 2 mercenaries.
Both have exactly two army strength, as it were.
And then I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna spend 7 and one of my tokens, and I think I'm gonna go with a 9.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna grab a gold and a wood, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
There they are.
And that is everything, yes?
Yes.
Okay. We may now build our buildings.
Hooray, I think.
Well, I'm going to be dead easy. I'm going to spend 2 gold and build a stand build, which I think is a statue.
Yeah, I believe.
It's worth 3 victory points, and if all dice have the same number, I get to re-roll one of them. Which may come in handy. Maybe. Don't know.
Maybe. It's possible.
But that's worth 3 victory points. Wow. 1, 2, 3. I'm up to a total of 4. I'm rocking along.
Well, I'm going to build myself a barricade.
Ooh.
Right
that
there.
That is +1 combat strength, but only against goblins.
Only against goblins. I'm kind of eyeballing this, though.
Pay 1 gold less for building in columns 3 and 4. Ooh, you could do that as well if you want to spend your envoy, and then we'll be tied for buildings.
Yeah, and that is well, I don't have the resources right now, but I mean this. I'm eyeballing that building.
Am I blind?
No, I just spent the wood.
Oh, okay. You just spent the wood. Okay, I get it. Then you should put the wood in the spent thing.
I'm working
back in the bag. There we go.
And I'm also gonna build our
the Provisorisch Vertidigung.
You gotta say it more angry. If you're gonna say it in German, you gotta be angry.
Provisorisch Vertidigung.
And that will be me using my envoy. Thank you, envoy, for taking pity on me for being terrible.
So, One Did Donkey says, "Psst, hey CJ, how much for Aaron's hand?"
Oh man,
bad boy. What you gonna do? Oh, you know what? I'll bet it's this finish season button. I'll bet anything that's what it is. Are you
Where's
all set?
The heck did my other die go?
It's yellow. It
blends there it is. Sorry, it blends in with everything.
Blends in with everything. Damn it. All right, I'm gonna try pressing this finish season button and see what happens.
Go for it. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. It did not automatically move, or did it?
No, because we just did that, right? Yeah, we just did that.
We just did that. No, we did already?
Yeah, because this is where I got the marker, and then this is where we built, or we rolled our dice.
Yeah, no, it has to be, because I've built 3 buildings, and I can only do this at the end of 3 seasons. Yeah. All right, so I assumed it would automatically move that, but it didn't. Now, if you have 2 resources, you may spend them to buy more combat ability. Indeed.
How much are we getting for the king? We don't know.
That's up to you. You have those 6 chips in your. You need to play one of those to get over whatever number you think you have to beat. Okay, so I am going to play that chip. But of course, once it's played, it is out of your hand forever, and you cannot use it again. So once you've decided what chip to play, you may put it out in front of you. Neither one of us can afford to buy more mercenaries using that ability. But if we wanted to, we could spend 2 resources to get 1 combat strength. CJ and I have both played a chip. So we can now reveal what that chip is. We both played a 1. Okay. Alright, so we can now add up the entire combat score. So due to my building, I get +1 combat strength against enemies with equal to or less than 5 strength, which we know this will be. And I gave myself a +1 for my chip, so that's a total of 4. And then CJ gets...
Same thing.
Yeah, unless he also built this. Unless it's a goblin, he might get even more. Let's find out. Nope, it's orcs.
Orcs.
With a difficulty of 3. So, yep, you will do just fine. You gave yourself +1 from the Provisorish and +1 from the King's Chip as well. So you also get 4 combat strength, which, just like me, is more than enough to defeat them. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. More than enough to defeat the orcs. We both get +1 gold.
Ooh, I'm all right with that.
Go ahead and take a gold and enjoy that. Now, I don't know if we get the combat bonus. Adam says we can make arrangements later. I assume he's talking to you about telling you what my hand is. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the combat thing. So at the end, the player or players whose total combat value is the highest receives 1 bonus VP, but only if they were also victorious. We both were, so we each get +1 victory point.
Wow, you're at 5 already?
I bought a 3-point building, that's why. And I also got the extra bonus from building more buildings. Oof. Anyway, that is that, and we are done. So those chips are gone. So
I believe that's what the bag is for right here. Resource discard. Bloop.
Oh, resource discard. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, we could actually put our resources in there.
Oh, yeah,
instead of dragging it back to the bag, it's right here.
By the goddamn minute right now.
For hell, whatever. Anyway, live and learn. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna press the New Year button and see what happens, because we're moving on to another year.
Ooh,
it is
look
year
at that.
2. Fancy, fancy, fancy. We are now in year 2. We're putting that back because we're not doing that. It has reset the year. We're back to the start of a brand new year. And the player with the fewest buildings gets the king's favor and gets a white die. Guess what? We're tied. Nobody gets squat. And then we move on to, just out of curiosity. Never mind. We move on to season number 2. So the finished season thing is just for the dice. Season 2, spring. It is time for springtime. Enjoy your springtime goodness. Roll some dice.
Oh,
wow.
Oh
wow for both of us. CJ, you're going to go first. With
Just
14.
barely.
With 14, you're going first.
You know, 16 looks awfully tempting, Aaron.
Oh my god. 4 gold? Are you kidding me?
I know. I mean, Damn.
Damn indeed. Damn indeed.
I mean, but that's not what I need to do right now. Or is it?
Or is it?
Or is it? Submit.
It's super tempting. It is your... Yeah, gotta submit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my token. I'm gonna go to 16.
14 and his extra thing for a total of 16 and gets 4 big gold bars. Holy cow. Look at all that gold. Well, look at some of it. There's more. There's 4. And there should be 2 more coming out of that. 5 and 6.
Boom, I'm rich. You know what? I'm retiring.
It's a lot of gold. You know what? I feel like... I don't know what. Anyway, I have 15. I need to think about this. 6 is just kind of an exchange program. Like, I kind of hate 6. But 15...
15's not bad.
15's going to get me 3 resources, but 9 and 6 would be the same. 12 and 3...
12 you get to choose and get a bonus token.
And I get a bonus token, and 1 is wood.
So you're still getting 3 and a bonus token. I mean, that seems like a smart move.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think that's the move to make. Because
Yeah.
the +2 really does come in handy. I'm gonna go 2 6s for 12 on that and get me a +2 and a 2 of my choice. I'm getting a wood, so I'm gonna get a gold and another wood. There we go. And then I'll spend my 3 to get one more wood. So I have 2 gold and 2 wood.
There you go.
All right, that'll end my turn. So it's time to build, and the market is calling my name for 2 gold and 2 wood.
I'm gonna build my stand build.
I get a market once per season. I can influence an advisor +1 or -1 my roll.
It's not bad to have. I'm gonna build a B1 here.
Yep. It is also worth 1 victory point. That puts me up to 6, and CJ is buying the statue like I did. Are you following me? He gets 3 victory points for that.
Yeah, hey.
And has climbed up to get closer at 6-4 as we carry on. Yeah. And nobody's going to be in the lead at the end of this, so nobody's going to get the bonus. All right, I think we're done. I'm going to finish the season. I don't know why that makes me laugh. We're going to move on to phase 3, which doesn't happen because everybody has the same amount of buildings. The king gives nobody a victory point. However, we do move on to summer, and it is time for more glorious stuff.
Ba, 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 ba. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. This is...
I got 12, so I stay in the lead here.
Yeah, you are still going first.
All right.
You rat bastard.
I think I'm going to take 5 and get a mercenary. I think that's a smart play.
Yeah.
Because we're already halfway through the year and we have no combat strength.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Just what our buildings give us, which isn't a lot. And that concerns me. He still has 7. I think I'm gonna leave him 7. He can have 7 if he really wants it. I don't. What to do though? What to do? Genuinely don't know how to play this, but he's right. We got to start worrying about combat, we should have started worrying about it from the first, but didn't even think about it.
Bah.
I am sorely tempted to go 10, but if I do, it will be an all combat round for me, and CJ would have the option of blocking me at 3, which would mean my only option would be to +2, which would only get me to 5, which I couldn't use anyway. So, as he cannot possibly reach 10, and it still leaves me the option of going to 12 if I change my mind. I'm gonna play the 3.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you weren't gonna do that anyway.
I probably was not going to.
Yeah. Wood. It is done. I have a wood.
But now I am definitely going to 7 because I don't really have a choice.
No. But it gets you another +2 and
a good of
your choosing.
I'm gonna figure that out while you take. You know what? I'm gonna take a stone. Take. Ha.
Now 12 is 2 goods of my choice plus another +2 thingamabob, which I don't really need. However, 10 feels like super important. You know what? I want to know what I'm up against. I'm gonna take the 2.
It's not a bad
+2, and I get to look at this and find out what we're up against. Okay. Now I know. All right. So I know what we're up against.
Aaron, be straight with me. Are we in trouble? Way to pack on that subterfuge. That was very
So,
I was like, no, bro. You told
I
me
am done. We're both done, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So good. We're both done. Build your buildings.
All right. I'm gonna build myself a watch turn, which is definitely a watchtower.
Ah, yes. Yeah. That is a watch. That is a watchtower if ever I've seen one. I don't
Yes.
know what Provisory Vertigung is. I'm tempted to look it up. That would cost you exactly that. 1 stone and 1 gold. And he's done it. He's only gone and bloody done it. And it gives him a +1 combat strength. And it gives him +1 victory point.
Yay!
Please give yourself a victory point, sir.
Oink.
And CJ has tightened the game up considerably. I am not building a thing. I sadly must sit behind because I cannot build anything.
You know what? It's not the worst thing to happen.
Yeah. Well.
There are worse things that can happen.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is it. That is all she wrote. We are going to finish the season, get our dice back, and then we move on to season 5. Which now that I am behind on the buildings, CJ has 5 buildings to my 4. I get the King's Envoy, so now I can double up given the opportunity, which I may use to get combat strength because oh dear God, what I saw. So let's move on to season 6. This is our last chance to bulk up before the bad guys get here. Oh, Doctor. Oh, by the way, it was the end of summer last season, so we both got another +2 because we both get the.
I'm glad you're paying attention to that.
We both have the building that gives us a +2 marker at the end of summer. So now we're into fall, and once again I've rolled slightly higher than CJ. So literally every turn he's gotten to go first. Literally every turn. But I do have the higher number, which may or may not be a benefit at this point. I legitimately don't know.
Aaron, what are we gonna do here?
CJ, if you don't know, I can't tell you.
Well, darn it, Aaron. I'm counting on you. I'm going to spend this 3 for a wood.
Okay. Your 3
Would you take your
turn? Sorry?
Would you take your turn?
Oh, am I holding you up? Forgive me.
No, it was a wood pun, damn it.
Oh, would you take your turn?
Just put some dice on the board.
I'm sorry, I'm so busy over here laughing at how bad that was. Okay. I don't know. Hang on. Let me think this through. Did you use all your dice already?
No, just one. I submitted. My guys are right here.
Oh!
Aha!
Sorry, I had forgotten to submit. My bad.
You're fine. It's all good. It's all good.
No, that won't work. But that might. I am going to spend my 9.
All right.
And that gives me a gold and a wood. Which I will take, a gold and a wood. Gold and a wood. Done. CJ has 8.
Yes.
Or conceivably more than that. He could go a 7 and a 5.
Yeah. So can you apply one of these to one die and one to the other die, or is it one per season?
It is 1 per season.
1 per season. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I don't screw myself. Because if I put the 5 down, then I can't obviously put another 5 down, so that wouldn't help, and the 3, so
right,
that wouldn't work. What?
Oh no, I completely screwed this up. Can I take backsies on the 9? I wanted to get a stone and a wood, not a gold and a wood. That doesn't work at all.
Go ahead, man.
That literally completely screwed me. I'm like, no! Oh. No. Did I have it right the first time?
Hell if I know. I don't even know what you're building, man.
You know what? I don't know what I'm building. I kind of give up because this isn't working. It's not working. I can't do the thing. I'm trying to do too much is my problem. I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm an idiot. I'm fine. Carry on.
I'm gonna put my 8 and I'm gonna spend a token. And I'm going to go to 10 and give myself 2 mercenaries, and I get to look at the dude.
You also get to see what we're up against, so there goes what little advantage I had, but...
Oh, we both know what it is.
Yeah, we both know what it is. It's barbarians. Minus 2 goods of your choice, and minus 1 victory point if you lose, plus 1 gold if you win.
5.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. My turn.
That is your turn, sir.
I am spending my 4 to get a gold. Alright. Dunzo.
Alright.
And time for building time.
What on earth are we building?
Well, I am spending the King's Envoy token to build twice. And I am going to build the Watchtower for 1 gold and 1 stone. And 1 victory point. Ding. And a Palisade for 2 wood. Which gives me an additional +2 combat strength for a total of +3 from buildings alone against enemies with strength equal to or less than 5.
Ouch.
So I have +3 against the barbarians, +2 from what I bought.
I can barely afford anything. I'm not building anything, unfortunately.
Yikes. You can oh. Wow, you need more wood or stone for almost everything.
I'm aware of that.
Ouch.
I think you're rubbing that in a little.
You're welcome, I guess. All right. Well, I guess I just took the lead in buildings, which is going to pay off in your favor, I think, at the end. Anyway, you also have the option of buying mercenaries at the end of this round. So anyway, we're done. All done? Nothing else? All right. Dice come back. We move on to season number 7. Now, this last chance to get mercenaries to add to your combat. If you'd like to spend resources to get more combat, you may, or you may just simply use one of your discs. It is up to you. You do have the resources to spare, but
I'm in 6 combat. I'm good.
You're at 6 already?
Right, because this is 1 to 5 or more, or 5 or equal to 5, right?
Yeah, which we know it is.
1,
so
1.
That only gives 1 against goblins. You're actually at 5. We know it's not goblins. So you are currently tied. If you'd like to beat 6, you'll either have to use a chip or spend 2 resources now.
I guess I'll feed it a chip.
You can't use chips unless you have bought the second one in row G.
I don't think I have. I have not.
Nope. But once you build that one, then you can pay for mercenaries with +2 markers. But now it would have to be 2 resources, or you'll have to use a king's chip. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got chips in my hand. What the hell am I?
Yeah. You should still have 5 chips left.
Yes. Sorry, that's why I was confused. I'm like, you said I could use chips, now you tell me I can't use chips.
No. I meant the king's chips.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
We're good.
Very good. I am gonna play that chip. Probably to no one's great surprise. Adam tested the highlight message. Sorry, I don't Twitch much. He spent 100 chat points. Yay! We have no idea how that works. We have no idea how to set any of this up. We're total noobs. Anyway, so let's flip over our chips. I only played 1. You also only played 1. This is going to look very similar for the rest of the game, I fear. So our total combat strength for me is +1, +1, +1, so +1. So that's 4 plus what I already had, brings me up to 6. And then CJ, I think, is very similar.
I have 6 also, yep.
Also has 6, so we're both going to get the bonus victory point, and we're both going to get some gold from these barbarians we just defeated. I'll take a gold. Thank you, barbarians, for being so easy to beat. Bye. Okay. Well done.
And we get a victory point for that?
We both get a victory point because we both have the same highest score against the bad guys. So it is 8-6 in terms of victory points. And that is the end of the year. So I will press the New Year button. Dun dun dun. And I should just leave this alone, but it just irritates me. All right. Very good. As you were. All right. We move back to the beginning of the year, and the player with the fewest buildings, which is CJ, gets a white die to add to his dice.
Hooray, I hope?
Ooh, yes. Hooray indeed, because now you'll have a much easier time reaching the higher numbers. Of course, this all but guarantees that I will go first this year. Finally. Yes. But we'll see if that is actually true. Anyway, it is what it is. So... Yeah, let's get to it, shall we? I think it's time for the springtime. Roll those dice. Oh, dear God in heaven.
Oh, my.
Those are atrocious.
That's a bad roll. What happened over here?
That is absolutely god-awful. And
I know you wanted to go first, man, but you didn't have to throw your turn away.
I am sick to my stomach right now. Yeah,
Don't you hurl on me. Don't you hurl on me.
I already feel sick. I'm like, I don't know what to do. As per usual, I don't know what to do. But I definitely go first. CJ has 11... 13, 15 with a +2. He can go as high as straight to the queen for 2 goods of his choice, 3 victory points, and a glance at who we're fighting this round.
Yeah, you know that's what I'm doing.
I would probably do it, but I am stuck between a rock and a really hard place. Part of me is like, oh man, you know what? I'm like, I literally don't know if CJ's gonna screw me. He might, but part of me thinks I should have built this chapel ages ago, because that would have really helped. If your dice roll is equal to or less than 7, re-roll your dice. Would have been really useful right about now. Best I can do is 9. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna take a gold from number 2. Go ahead.
I'm hitting up.
He's going straight to the top, straight to the queen. Give yourself that. Take that +2. 2 goods of your choice. 3 victory points puts him in the lead, and any 2 goods he wants. He takes a stone and a wood.
Yes.
And you get to look at the year 3 enemy card just for yourself, so I cannot see what the hell. Meanwhile, I have 5, and I could have a 7. Seems needless because I already have 2 +2s. The alternative is that I get 2 goods for it. I think that's the way we're going to play it. I'm going to go to 4 and get a wood. And then I'm going to go to 3 with this +2 to get another wood. There we go.
All right.
Now I've got 2 gold and 2 wood. And that will let me do something? Yes. Yes, it will. Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Yes. Very pleased. Yes. Very pleased with that. All right. It's on to the building phase. I'm going to spend 1 gold and 2 wood. And I am going to build the Schmidt? No, the Schmied.
Schmied.
The Schmied. +1 combat strength and +2 victory points.
Very nice. Very
Puts me back in the lead for now, but then CJ can build almost anything.
I'm going to build the Kron, Aaron.
The Kron. Play 1 less gold for buildings in columns 3 and 4. Makes them much more affordable.
Yeah.
They get heavy towards this, especially towards the end of the row. The 3 gold minimum for most of these.
Did you get a victory point for that? Did you give yourself the 2
Yeah,
victory?
I got the 2 victory points for that, yes.
Okay. I got 1 for mine.
Yep.
A little less impressive, but, we're tied up here, Aaron.
Yes, we are. It is all tied up. Anything could happen. It won't, but it could. Anyway. Is that the end of the season? Yes?
That is it.
The player with the most buildings gets a victory point. That's me! Hey! All right. And back into the lead I go for the 4 seconds or so I will have it. Yeah, because I feel like this is getting away from me. Anyway, we'll move the season tracker on to summertime. Sweet, sweet summertime. Roll your dice.
Oh.
Now you know my pain.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I was really gunning for, and I wasn't gonna get it.
That stinks.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Right?
Yeah, I am. Part of me's like, don't be a dick, and part of me's like, be a dick.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Kind of don't want to do this to you.
I mean, I get to go first anyway, so.
Oh yeah, you do get to go first.
So I'm gonna go up here to number 6.
That pretty much eliminates what I was gonna do anyway. Okay, so that allows you to trade one of your current goods for the 2 other goods. So if you use a gold, you will get a stone and a wood in exchange, which I think is a good deal if you have too much. Which of gold you had plenty, but you had 0 wood or stone. That helps out. And the +1 is going to give you a victory point for visiting the Jester. Or you could... oh, no, you don't have a +2. Never mind. Well, I guess I couldn't have blocked you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go 3 to get a wood.
Nice. I will obviously go visit the Jester, and I'll take a victory point.
Claim a victory point for your very own. Well done. And then I will spend my 8 + 2 to go visit that guy because you know what we're up against and I don't. So this time I'm gonna flip it over. It's goblins. Oh well. What was I worried about? You get the +1 from the thing, and you could also get. Oh well, I mean that's a really easy thing to do. But anyway, that gives me +2 combat. Nice. And I also got to look at the thing, which I did, so we're good. And then it is building time, and you know what? You know what's feeling really smart right now? The +1 against goblins. I think I like that. I might as well take that now, because it's pretty much the only time it's going to be worth anything.
Right. And at the end of summer, we get a +2 marker, too.
Yes, we both get a +2 marker at the end of summer, so once you're done building,
I think I'm actually going to build the Wrath House.
Ooh.
Which at the end of the season you can spend those little purple markers or a resource to get a victory point.
Yep, at the end of every season too.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pay 1 less gold because this is in column number 3.
Oh man, I don't think I like this. I think this is getting away from me.
2.
I think it's already gotten away from me, to be honest.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, you're going to start generating victory points, and I can't do much about that. Anyway, it is what it is. That is the end of that season, so I will click the button. And I will flip the thing over and reveal that we are in envoy time, and CJ, because he has fewer buildings, will get the envoy, and we both, because summer is over, get a +2 token.
Yes, sir.
But CJ now has the envoy, which means I can't block him from anything he wants.
Wahahaha.
Which just makes me sad. Anyway, it is time to roll on little doggies as we go on to summer.
No, that was summer. We're into fall now.
Oh, we're into fall. So, oh!
What? What is this?
Fortunately, I have the stand build, which means this isn't an entirely horrendous occasion. Although it's pretty bad, this is pretty bad. I get to re-roll one of these dice. Hopefully I don't get shafted. Please give me a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have something to work with. Good Lord.
Oh, that was painful to watch.
Oh my God.
You get to go first this round.
Thank God I get to go first. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh my God, that looked horrifying.
Yeah, it was horrifying. It still is horrifying. I don't even want to think about what just happened. Although, if I need to play catch up, I can play catch up, which I think I have to, because yeah, I kind of have to, don't I? All right. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play 1 plus the +2.
Ooh, oops.
Or wait, is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? I don't know if that's what I want to do. I'm gonna take that back. I'm going to play. But I like this is just ugly no matter what.
Yeah.
I think I was just kind of screwed. 8 is 2 gold, which again doesn't let you build anything. You need wood or stone to get the other 2. So, you know what? Just to make sure I get what I need to build the building I want.
Yeah, that's the way to go for sure.
I'm gonna go to 6, and I'm gonna turn this gold in for a stone and a wood because I can't build anything without them. All right. Well, now I'm stuck with my 2 1s. Go ahead, CJ.
I think that I'm going to. I think I'm going to spend this 10 and add 2, and I'm going to grab 2 goods of my choosing.
See, now you're just screwing with me. now I have a choice. Either I get or no, actually no. I see.
You could do 1 and then do 3. You could do that.
Yeah, but then I'd screw you out of die. But
no, because I got the envoy, so don't worry about it. Listen, you do what you got to do, man. Okay, you do what you got to do.
Oh my God, I forgot about my market. This whole time I've been forgetting about my damn market.
What's your market do? Oh, you can add or subtract.
+1 or -1 to any roll. I could have. Oh, Aaron. Anyway, this is why I can't.
It's gonna be okay.
This is one of the reasons why I wanted to play this kind of game, because we haven't played this kind of game in a while, and it really makes me better at playing them if I keep playing them. But when we spend time away from them, I get worse at them and I forget things like so. You spent your +2, didn't you?
I get 1.
Oh yeah, you just get 1. Okay, yep. So yeah, once again we're back in the shiz. I am going to well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave it to you how you want to play it. I'm going to spend this +1, or I'm going to spend this 1, and I'm going to go to 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add the +2 to it, so I get the 3, and I'll take a wood.
There you go.
I guess.
I mean,
and then CJ can take the 1 victory point.
I was gonna say I don't have a choice. That's all.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the +2 kind of took that away from you.
Yeah, you should have played it backwards, man.
Well, you know, I don't know.
It's okay.
It doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to use my market once per season. I can add +1 or -1, and I'll go to the 2, and I'll get a gold as well.
At least you got something.
Dear God, though. Dear God. Okay, so that was harrowing. So it is what it is. Let's build our buildings. I am also going to build a cron for 1 wood and 1 stone. Bye, guys. I shall miss you. And then, CJ, what are you building, sir? Knowing that you have the envoy, you could build twice if you can afford it.
I could build twice, but unfortunately, that would take away from what I want to do. I am actually going to. I think I'm not going to build anything. I know it sounds.
Oh, what
I know.
diabolical thing is he building up to? I'm scared.
Yeah, I
Somebody
know.
hold me. Well, all
Um,
right. If you're not going to build, then that's the end of the season, and you may pay a +2 marker or one
yes,
resource.
I'm going to play a plus marker.
And give yourself a victory point.
Myself a victory point.
I also should have gotten one for the building I just built. There we go. Almost catches me up. I am still
Yep.
behind.
I'll put the envoy back because I don't get to use him anymore.
Very good. And yeah, so that is that, as they say, and that is the end of the round and the end of summer. No, why don't you get to use the King's Envoy anymore?
Aren't we? No, we're in fall right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you keep him until the next time 5 comes around.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he stays with you until you use him or until phase 5 comes around again. He stays with you for the entire year.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he loops around. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so now that's done, let's move on to phase 7. We may now add we may now spend resources to get more combat power, but I don't think I need to. I have 2 to begin with. I have a +1 against goblins, and then 3 more +1s for a total of 6.
I have 3, so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna spend some might to take care of them, but that's okay because we got tokens. We know
Yep,
exactly what.
that
So
is true. You do have tokens.
I got some King's military right here.
Yeah. Um. I mean, it almost doesn't make sense to play it the other way, so I'm going to go ahead and play that. And we go to Goblin Fighting time.
Goblin fighting
Let's reveal our
time.
King's assistants.
Boom.
CJ took 3 assistants. I took 2 assistants. So let's do this one by one. So I got 2 assistants from the King. I get +1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from my buildings, dear God, thanks to it being goblins. So I have 7 plus the 2 I bought puts me at 9. I really didn't need to spend that 2.
I was gonna say, you could have played your 0, my
I
friend.
probably could have played my 0, but my thought was we have 2 years left anyway, and I still have a 4 and a 3. So it might as well try and get that bonus for having the most.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I only have 6, but I do defeat the goblin. I just don't get a victory point for it.
Yes, you defeat the goblins, so we both get +1 stone.
Hey, all right, I'll take that.
Free stone, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Heck yes. And with 9 combat, I also get a victory point from the king, who was very pleased with me, thank God, because now
Aaron,
it's...
what did you build last round? I feel like you should have more victory points.
I built a cron.
Did you take your point?
Yeah, I did.
How the heck am I ahead of you? Or we'll tie.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from buildings, and the rest have been from purchases. So I really don't have that many from buildings, honestly. They're not.
Okay.
They haven't. It looks like I have a lot, but 3 of those are zeros. Sorry, 4 of those are zeros.
That's fair.
4 of those are worth nothing at all. So let's move on to a new year.
All right.
We now know the baddies are going to be 5 to 7. And at the start of the new year, because I have 2 more buildings than CJ, he gets a white die as well to add to his collection for spring, which just makes me hate him even more. But anyway, that is that. I don't think it rolls when you press the button, though. It'd be neat if it did, but it doesn't, so we'll have to roll it separately. But let's get on with it.
No, it rolls it.
Oh, it does. Does it roll everything within the sphere of things, I guess?
Okay. I think so, yeah.
All right. I have a 10 and you have a 14, so that means I get to go first.
And you get to go first. How about that?
And it feels like no matter what I do, it is a terrible idea. Literally how I feel at every second of every day. You know what? Because I don't want to. Part of me doesn't want to limit myself. Although, that is kind of interesting, but I could go to 10 and get an advanced look again.
Not a bad idea. You could use the combat strength for sure.
Yeah. I think just for now, I'm going to play my 2. And I'll take a gold.
Oh, all right. All right.
Go ahead. Oh, I forgot to submit. There we go.
Yeah.
CJ has 1, 2, 3, 4 options. More than that, actually. Any combination of different things.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
I think I'm going to take the 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to take the 9. And I'm going to grab another wood and another stone. All right, you're up, sir.
Interesting. I'm tempted to just play the 8.
That's not a bad choice. I mean, 2 gold is 2 gold.
It is. It is indeed.
You know, I mean, 6 isn't bad either because you do have 2 gold. I mean, it just depends on where you're looking to build. Because these high-end buildings are pricey.
Yeah, they are. I am gonna. Well, I can't play 9 even if I wanted to. I could play 7, but what's the point?
So yeah, don't forget you can move up or down 1 too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is I could move up or down 1. I could play the 2 on a 3, and then I could play the 6, but it all kind of adds up to the same thing. So yeah. I think I'm just gonna take the 8 and the 2 gold.
Grab some gold.
Yeah. Get more gold.
I'm gonna hoof it over to 5. I'm gonna take some combat. I'm gonna get me a mercenary here.
Yep, that's probably wise.
Yeah, because
we have no idea what we're up against, but we know they are 5 to 7, and the odds are against our provisorisch Vertidung being worth anything at this point. So, like, I could be looking at a +3 for my buildings at minimum. Or I could get lucky and it could be more goblins. Who knows? Anyway, that is it. We are done, right? It is time to build things?
Yes, sir. It's time to build things.
All right. I'm going to spend a gold, a wood, and a stone, and I'm going to build a cat house. Or, sorry, a cat house. A cat house? I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
You're building a what now?
It costs 1 less gold thanks to my cron, but at the end of the season, I can pay a +2 marker or 1 resource to get a victory point. So that may help me keep near to you. Although it looks like you're running away from it with
I am going to build a bot shaft.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. That would cost you 1 gold, 2 wood, and 2 stone.
Yes.
Of which you have plenty.
I do now.
Enjoy your bot shaft.
Bot shaft. Oh God.
Hey! I almost missed it. What Dead Donkey subbed?
What?
He did.
Is he our first subscriber?
He's our first subscriber. We don't even have like a sub alert set up because I don't know how to do that. I legitimately don't know how to do that.
Thank you card. What do we do? I don't understand.
I don't know, but he's got a founder's badge now because he's one of our first subscribers ever. Man, that is awesome. Thank you so much.
It's freaking badass.
He used his Twitch Prime subscription to subscribe to us, so that's awesome.
That's freaking amazing, dude. Welcome aboard. I don't know where we're going on this crazy train, but thanks for joining us.
We don't have literally anything set up for subscriptions. We don't know what we're doing. But thank you very much for that. It is greatly appreciated. It's going to be a long time until we see the money, but it is still deeply appreciated that you did that. So thank you. We got to start somewhere. You might as well be the first.
That's right.
And there he is. He's our first subscriber. Hooray!
That's awesome.
Okay, so where were we? I got so excited.
I built a thing.
I got caught up, and I'm like, you built a thing. So we both built a thing. That's the end of the season. I press the finish season button. We move on. The player with the most buildings, that is me, gets a victory point. Yay! Doesn't feel like much considering I'm down by 3.
No, because I built the bot shaft, yes. I get a victory point, right?
Yep, just for it being the end of the season, because, F me. But yeah, so we carry on. We move on to the next season, which is summer.
Summer.
And we may both now
Roll.
roll our diggity dice. And that's
11.
attractive.
All right.
That is attractive. That is gorgeous. That is.
I'm gonna go first this time.
You
buddy.
are, because I have 14. You are definitely.
Yes.
You are definitely going
But
first.
you're set up. You are set up.
Well, we'll see about that. We shall see about that, sir. We shall see. Good day.
I said good day.
I said good day.
Oh man, I don't really know exactly what the hell I want to do there, being honest.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Yeah, excuse me one moment while I zoom in on my building card and figure out what I'm gonna build next.
Yeah. What the hell are you gonna do?
I think we're gonna do that. Okay. All right. So I have decided we're gonna spend this 4 to go here, and we're gonna take a wood.
He takes a wood.
Yes. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, it's kind of I am going to. I'm gonna 6. Oh, I should submit as well. I am going to 6 and trade a gold for a stone and a wood.
Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all.
Yoink. I have the goodies.
I'm going to zip over to 7 here.
Yep.
I take a +2 marker, and I'm going to take myself a wood.
Yes, very nice.
All right, you're up, sir.
I shall play my 8 and use my market to make it a 9, and I shall take another stone and another wood.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah. That's it for me and you. We're out of dice, so it is time to build, and I will have myself a botshot.
Botshot.
For 1 less gold, thanks to the crown. So that's 1 gold, 2 wood, and 2 stone.
All right.
And I already put it down. So that gets me 4 victory points.
All right. I'm gonna get me a schmeed. I feel like my area is sort of lacking a schmeed.
Yes, so schmeeds are good.
2 wood and a gold, and we'll schmeed it up right yonder.
Yeah, that combat strength is going to come in handy.
Yes.
It's going to come in handy. 2
victory points.
All right, and then
4 victory points.
Both of us get victory points for having bot shafts. 1 for me and 1 for you.
Yes. And then if you want to sacrifice a resource, you may.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to hang on to this gold.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hang on to my stuff, too.
I think I'm going to hang on to the gold, honestly.
Actually, you can throw away a marker as well. I'm going to toss this marker, because you can toss a marker too, right?
Yes, you can, thanks to the cat house.
I'm going to throw away a...
I think that's an R. I think it's rat house.
Oh.
Yeah,
rat house?
It's not a K. It's not a cat house. A cat house is a totally different thing. It's a rat house. It's a rat house.
That's down the street in the dimly lit section of town. The cat house. I'm gonna turn my resource for a VP, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just hilarious. All right, CJ, what are you doing? What'd you do?
I turned in a token to give myself another VP.
Yeah. Just keep rubbing it in.
At the end of summer, grab yourself a token. So.
Yeah, it is the end of summer, so we each get another +2 token.
That being said, I still didn't get a chance to use my
nope. That's okay. He's coming right back to you, because I still have. Well, wait. Let's finish the season, because that's when it refreshes. I still have a 2 building lead on you somehow.
Yeah, you do. And yet you're behind me, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, well, first of all, you got the bot shaft a season ahead of me.
Bot shaft.
And you've taken advantage of the sacrificing to get points more than I have, so it is what it is. Anyway, it is time to carry on. It's time for the third. Oh, this is the final season before the war.
We have no idea what we're about.
Neither one of us knows what we're about to run into, so this could go very, very badly. I'm gonna hope for the best. So I'm gonna roll. And oh dear God.
What happened here?
What happened here?
Oh, jeez. Hey, Eric, would you like to fight over the bottom of the barrel this season? That's what we can do.
Oh my God, that's hilariously bad. Oh man.
My God. Well, you get to re-roll one die, right?
No, they have to all be the same number.
Oh, and neither one of us is.
Neither one of us bought the chapel. Neither one of us was forward thinking enough to go ahead and buy the chapel.
Aaron, here's good news. You rolled a 5. You get to go first.
Yay. I guess yay.
Oh,
kind of yay. Yay-ish. Yay adjacent.
that is painful.
What the actual... You know, I just can't. I can't with this. I can't with this whole game.
Wow.
Part of me is like, just go to number 5 and be done with it. Like, just... It's an absolutely garbage roll. Oh, man.
Yeah, and this dude could be theoretically...
Yeah, he could be 7. He could be massive. We don't know. Oh.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
We are in trouble.
Yeah. Against my better judgment, I'm going to play on 2. I'll take your gold.
Okay. I am gonna go to 5.
Yeah, that was the move to make, to be honest. And I should have. Part of me is kicking myself because I should have gone there.
And these guys, the penalties are brutal on these guys too.
Yeah, the higher they go, the worse the penalties are.
Oh, if I gotta lose a building or something, that is gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it could still be a 5. We don't know.
Yeah, I suppose.
So my choices are, well, literally almost anything. You're stuck with a 1 or a 3.
Yep.
You've also taken the 1 a couple of times. That's 2 more victory points you have that I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. I ate up the 1s a little bit here and there. Oh man.
But you are actually safe because you have the envoy. You can double on anything that I take. So
yeah, you take whatever you want.
It is more in my mind. It is more about making sure I don't get blocked.
Yeah.
So the one place I know you can't block me would be on space 4.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna take something, it should be 1 or 3.
Yeah, I agree.
I am going to take, because I can't get what I actually want. I'm gonna take the 1.
Okay.
And take the victory point. Because I need them badly. CJ, you have a 1 that can be a 3 if you spend your +2, but that's it.
Nope, I'm gonna spend my 1 and take a victory point as well.
Using your envoy for the victory point.
Yes, envoy is spent.
Very good.
I don't have the resources to build squat, so...
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I am going to spend my 2 with the +2 to get another gold for all the good it's going to do me. I may as well just wind up spending it on a dude. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, this is rough.
This could be bad. This could be bad.
If you spend the big 4 coin on this one, next season it's 7 to 9 guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really want to save that 4 if you can.
Yeah, if you can is the problem.
I don't know if I have that choice this time.
That's also the problem. Well, you at least have 2 points to begin with. I have nothing.
Yeah.
So I almost have to spend the 4 because at worst I have only 3 combat strength. The 7 will keep me. If I get a full 7, that will keep me from losing something in the worst case scenario. Which could, at this point, could be a building.
Yes.
Which that sucks at this point because I think it has to be your most expensive one.
Yeah. Do you actually lose the victory points or no? You get
No,
points.
you can actually build it again and get the victory points again. But you have to go through the rigmarole of getting all the resources and all that stuff. That sucks.
That's a tough cut.
Actually, let me just double check the rules because you may actually lose the victory points from it.
That would suck too.
If one of your buildings is destroyed when you lose a battle, you determine which building is destroyed. It will always be in the rightmost column where you have at least one building.
Oh, okay.
If you have more than one building in the rightmost column, the building closest to the top is the one the enemies destroy. You must remove the corresponding building token and adjust the scoring track accordingly. You lose the victory points as well.
Oh, that's so painful.
Yeah, that blows.
The thing is, if we both fail, we'll both lose the same building.
The bot shaft, yes. Speaking of which, we were supposed to get a victory point from that.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it matters because we both get it now, so we might as well not both get it anymore because for all the difference it makes. But oh shit. Forgive my language, but this is a toughie. Anyway, yes. I think we're done anyway. It's not like we have a choice.
All right.
That's the end of the season. Or no, can we build? Yeah, you can build if you can build.
I cannot.
I cannot either, and also, you may now pay a marker or a resource to get a victory point.
I'm going to pay my marker for a victory point.
I knew you would. That is probably going to win you the game, I think.
That's the plan anyway.
We shall see. Yeah, this is bad, kids. This is bad.
But now we have to decide if you want to spend resources to get.
Yeah. No. No, I'm not gonna do it.
If he's a 5, I'm gonna throttle him. But if he is more than a 5, I am done for.
If he is goblins.
Right, yeah. If he's goblins,
I'm gonna be pissed.
If he's a 5 with goblins, I'm gonna laugh.
Well, we both had at least one chance each to get the 10 and see what it was, but neither one of us took it, so we have no idea what we're getting
Aaron,
into.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
As am I. Flip it.
Ah.
Oh, you're not that scared. You played it too.
Listen. I'm soaking it up for the next round.
All right, so let's add it up. Assuming it's not zombies or goblins, or 5, I have a grand total of 3 combat strength. Well, you know what? Let's flip it over and find out. It is time to reveal what this thing is.
What is it?
It's zombies.
7.
Okay, it is a 7, but the palisade gives +2 against zombies. So while I don't get the Prover's Reach against it or the barricade, I still wind up with 4, which means the +4 gives me 8, and I beat it.
Oh, wreck.
CJ, what about you? You got to be in good shape. You have 2 points from the thing. You have 2 points from the king.
I have 6.
You don't have a palisade.
I don't. I got 6.
Oh no!
Crap.
So CJ actually loses and loses 2 victory points. It's not a building, but it's still -2 victory points.
And you gain a victory point.
I gain a victory point for beating the zombies, and another one because the king gives a bonus to whoever got the highest score as long as they beat the bad guys.
Crap.
Oh, CJ.
That
tied us up. That literally tied us up.
I should have tossed a resource for another point.
Or used a higher token. I mean, I
got the token now.
Yeah, you do have the higher token left. The highest token I have is 3. So let's start a new year. It's a 7 to 9. This is out of play. We're not doing that. It is a 7 to 9. 7 minimum.
Yeah, 7
minimum. All right, so let's begin the way we always begin, with the king's favor. Again, goes to the player with the fewest buildings. That's you, CJ. Do you still have the envoy? Yeah, you didn't. No, you spent it. You spent it. You got a double. You got the double jester. Okay. But now you get the white die for spring, which I don't get because CJ is special and I'm not.
That's right. Oh, and I still only rolled a goddamn 12 with 4 dice.
Oh, jeez.
What
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
I mean, I'd be
So what do we
lying. I'd be lying if I said I didn't know how that felt. Sorry.
What do we do for if we're tied?
If we are tied, that's a
The
good
person with
question.
the
Who
fewest
goes
dice?
first? Hang on, let me see. Okay, so the turn order chart. The player with the lowest total would be the new first player. If there's a tie, the tied player whose token was in higher position during the previous season keeps the higher position. So if you went first last time, you go first again, which is me.
Which is you, yeah. You went first.
So I still go first.
All right.
And that's interesting.
You go first.
That is super interesting. Um, you know what? Because I have a hard time getting it, and I genuinely think I need it more than just about anything else. I'm gonna play the dice as they lay and add +1 thanks to my market to go to 13.
Ooh.
And get 3 stone.
Get all that stone.
All of the stone.
That's a good play. That's
it's not the most flexible play, but it works for me. So
no, it's a good move. I'm going to spend 8 for 2 gold.
Yep.
And then I'm going to spend. That's a darn good question. What are we gonna do? I guess. I mean, I guess the only thing you really can do is a 4. So can't do the same thing twice, and I'm just gonna take a wood.
All right. Done and done.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
sir.
Set to building. I am building myself, at long last, a chapel.
Oh, I screwed up. Damn it.
Because it is not in the 3rd or 4th rows, I have to spend all 3 gold to do it, but I can build a chapel, and from now on I will never be plagued with -7 rolls ever again.
Yeah, for sure.
It also gives me 5 victory points. Hooray.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to grab the gold, not the wood.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I screwed that up big time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little painful.
Can you do something else to get yourself a little something?
Yeah, I could build a concern here. Pay only 1 resource per mercenary. That I don't feel like I need that though.
Well, you saw what happened.
But yeah, but I mean, I have a 4 and I have 3 in here, so I mean, I'm automatically at 7.
Interesting question. Okay, so Adam asked, in your opinions, guys, best co-op board games and best regular. Just wondering where the tastes lay. So best co-op game and best non-co-op game is, I think, what he's asking there. That's a really good question.
Depends on the genre. There's so many different
types. There's a whole bunch of difference. My favorite game that's not cooperative is still to this day Concordia. It's not everybody's favorite, but it's mine. I really dig Concordia. I don't really know why. There's something just really inherently satisfying about that game to me, and I really dig it. That's a non-cooperative. My favorite cooperative game, though, there's some good ones.
I mean, I'd have to say Legendary is probably one of my favorite co-op things. Or what's the
Legendary is always fun, but it's not as good of a game as Aeon's End. That having been said, Aeon's End is not my favorite because it is so intense.
You know what one I'm thinking of is Xenoshift.
Xenoshift.
And then Shadowrun Crossfire is probably my favorite.
Shadowrun Crossfire has gotta be my favorite as well.
Yeah.
Shadowrun Crossfire. There's an updated D&D version of it called Dragonfire. It's essentially the same game. But if you prefer the Shadowrun universe, go for it. But the thing that I love about Shadowrun Crossfire more than anything else is that it's kind of a legacy game in that you actually earn karma, which you can then spend on new abilities for your player character. And you give them those abilities by putting a sticker directly on the card. So it changes that card forever. And I think it's brilliant. I really enjoy that game, and it is it's not as intense as Aeon's End, but it gets just as harrowing. Like
It does get pretty harrowing.
it gets really like, okay, how can we take care of this guy? How can we take care of this guy, that guy? You know, like, because everybody has to work together in figuring out that puzzle, or else you fail. And it's a fantastic co-op game that I feel didn't get enough love.
Aaron, I'm not going to build anything, my friend.
What?
I'm not going to build anything. I need these resources. I meant to grab that other gold and I didn't. So.
No, CJ, what are you doing?
Well, if I spend the resources now, I don't get to build it next time. So.
True. All right. Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's carry on. So I'm gonna finish the season, and we'll move this token along to the next season, which is the King's Favor. Yay! I still have the most buildings by 3. CJ, what are you doing?
I'm not catching up to you. We both get a victory point for the other thing too.
For the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can spend a resource if you want to. I don't.
I don't. I need to build some buildings.
So we both got a victory point for our Bullshaft. What, I forgot what it's called. Botshaft. That's what it is. Botshaft. I get one. I get one for the King's Favor because I have the most buildings. Because the King likes me. Hooray! Oh, CJ.
One combat round was all it took.
Summer. It is summertime.
Oh, and I keep rolling crap.
Oh, that is horrible, but thank God I have a chapel. I can re-roll those dice. Please give me something better than 6. Okay, that's much better.
It is better.
That is much better, but now you get to go first instead of me.
Yeah.
But I am, you know what? I am thrilled with that. That is fine. We're fine. We're fine here. It's fine. Thank you. Good night. Where's the Tylenol?
Oh, man.
What to do? What to do?
Oh, it is a...
Part of me is like no brainer. 10.
Yeah, I know. But if I don't get some resources, I'm boned.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like if I don't get some resources, I am.
Adam had never even heard of Concordia. Concordia is a how do I describe it?
You need a spreadsheet to play the blasted game, okay? You need a spreadsheet.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't listen to him.
Do you like knowing what your score is? You see these numbers around the board here? You don't need those in Concordia. You just guess.
It's a perfectly lovely game, just because somebody's jealous.
I just hate the scoring system. Makes my brain hurt.
Yeah.
It is a good game. It is a good game. I just don't like the scoring system.
Yeah. Okay. CJ, I'm gonna piss you off.
Do your thing, man.
I'm taking 2.
Do your thing.
Gives me a gold.
All right.
And now you're kind of stuck. You can't even spend that guy unless you have a plus.
Nope, I do not.
All right. You're gonna have to pass the rest of your turn, I'm afraid.
I'm aware.
Sorry.
You're not.
Kinda am.
No, I don't think you are.
I kinda am.
I highly doubt it.
I can still do 10 and get the combat and see what's coming.
Finish steamrolling me here. Let's get it over with.
No, I know what I have to do. Or at least what I believe I have to do. I'm going to play that. I'm going to take another gold. And then the only way to get what I want is to use the 6 as a 7 thanks to my market. Get another +2 token. So I'm going to get another one at the end of the season anyway, but that's okay. It's worth a victory point. And then I will take a wood. And then I have everything I need.
All right.
All right, that's the end of that round. So right. Build if you can build. And I will build a church. Or at least I assume it's a church. 2 gold, 2 stone and 1 wood. It's actually 3, but my flan makes it 2 gold. Thank you, flan.
Yep.
And in addition to 7 victory points, I also get +1 combat power against demons. So if demons show up, I'll be in better shape. CJ, what are you building? You built the chapel. No more 6s and 5s for you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. At the end of my turn, I'm gonna spend my +2 token for a victory point. You may spend a resource if you'd like.
But we both get a +2 token at the end of summer.
Yep, we do. And we both get a victory point for a Bottschaft.
Bottschaft!
I will never get tired of saying Bottschaft. I don't know what that was in reference to. I noticed it too late, but Adam wrote, Han, we're fine. Everything's fine here. Yeah, how are you? One of the greatest and worst bluffs in the history of cinema. Anyway, finish the season, get all our dice back. It is time for the King's Envoy to go to CJ.
Yay, I think.
Well, if you can build 2 buildings and make them count, that could be huge.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. I have... Oh. Okay. I have 14, you have 12. You once again go first, sir.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, not what I grabbed, but okay. There we go.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
What will you do?
I don't know, Aaron. I really, really don't know what to do at this point. Damn. I can't get what I need. Damn. Don't have quite enough. Let's see. That's 8. I could get a 10. I could get a 10. It's really tempting.
Might be worth doing.
It might be. It might be. I don't know. You're so far ahead of me. You're 9 points ahead of me, Aaron. I have to get resources. It's my only freaking choice.
Yeah. I mean, bear in mind, if I lose a building, it's 4 points.
Yeah,
so
but
that
still,
weighs very heavily on my mind right now.
I am gonna spend 8 for 2 gold.
Ooh. Okay. Well then, I feel like it would be beyond stupid of me not to play the 8 with the +2.
No, you might as well. You might as well.
Because we literally don't know what we're up against, and every little bit helps. And I'm going to find out what we're up against right now.
And you're going to describe it in detail to me.
All right. It is a creature of power between 7 and 9.
I appreciate
and there is a penalty for losing and a bonus for winning. Does that help?
If I said yes, would you feel better?
I'd feel like a little bit less of a shit.
You giant jerk.
I kind of feel like a shit right now. CJ, you have 4. You can turn it into 6 with the +2, which is exactly what he's going to do.
Yep. I'm going to toss one of my gold that I got.
But it gets you a stone and a wood.
Yeah, wood. Yeah. Oops. That's not what it...
Not gold. No.
Blankety blank. I'm turning that in. Thank you. There we go. All right.
All things being equal, I think I would be foolish not to take use my market to get +1 and take
Yeah.
the 7.
No, I would totally
get
do
a
that.
+2 back and a good of my choice, which at this point doesn't seem to matter that much. It can't build anything no matter what I take. So, and I would wind up using it for exactly the same purpose. So I'll take the one that's most valuable in real life, gold. Okay, so that ends all of that, and it is building time. I am building nothing, if that makes you feel better.
It makes me feel a little bit better.
Because you're about to build the church as well.
Yeah. I have to build the cathedral here, the church, because, you know stuff. Just get discarded. Quit fighting me. Get discarded.
So that was 2 gold.
Yeah.
2 gold, 1 wood, and 2 stone. I saw it all, and that's
grand old
7
wood.
points, which you badly needed. So
Yes,
give yourself 7 points.
All right.
So I can't match because I couldn't do it. I can't build anything. I might have been able to if I thought out that turn a little bit better, maybe. But I also would have had to have given up, I think, the 2 combat points.
Yeah, no, I think you made the right choice.
I think I'm going to be glad I did because, whew. Anyway. So, end of the season, we both get a victory point for our Botschaft.
Would you like to toss your +2 token here, or are you going to hold on?
I absolutely will. There's no point in hanging on to it.
Oh, I don't know. It might come in handy. We're about to roll again.
No, that was... Sorry, that was the summer.
Wait, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the last round.
Oh.
We forgot to move the token.
Oh, well, I guess I will toss the wood that I no longer need.
Yeah, I would have done that as well.
Oh,
I would toss the gold as well if I could, but I can't. It's either or, not both.
Oh my! Or wait, did I build the building where I can toss a wood for damage? Did I build that?
I do not think so.
At the end of a season, pay a +2 marker to get a resource or a victory point. Oh, you can get a resource for that.
No. It's pay a +2 marker or a resource to get a victory point, and then get a victory point every turn. I think the one that I'm not sure which one is.
Oh, up. No, that's not it either.
Is it one of the top ones? Pay a gold and a victory point to get a mercenary, or no?
Oh, right here. It's right here.
Oh, you pay only 1 resource per mercenary.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So that doesn't do me any good. Oh, well, I think I'm in deep doo-doo.
Well, it is what it is.
It's 41 to 39, so.
It still could turn out in your favor.
I think so.
It is what it is. Flip it over. Place it.
Well, I'm clearly not playing 0.
Yeah, I played a 3. Okay, so now that we've played our cards, I can now reveal that the bad guy. You're going to be very glad you played that church, because it's demons. It is demons. He would have lost you a building and 2 victory points on top of it.
Holy hell!
So that could have been really bad. As it is, I have 2 to begin with, 3 from the king's assistants, and then no, 1, 2, 3. 4, an extra 1 from the church. So I have a total of 9, which is enough to beat the demons.
I'm fairly certain I lost hands down in this. I got 7, I think.
Let's see. +1, nope. +1 against goblins, nope. +1, +2. Oh, I forgot that one, did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't forget that one.
Yeah, no, I got 7.
You don't have a palisade. I keep thinking you have palisades like me, but you don't.
It doesn't matter anyway, because even if we both got it, you'd still win.
Yeah.
Because you're already dead. So I mean, it doesn't matter.
I have the higher combat total as well, so I get the bonus from the king. So that's worth 3.
You were leaps and bounds ahead of me.
That was +2 for the demons and +1 from the king for me, and +2 for you. So the final score ends up being 44 to 41. Well, if you had won, but you didn't. Yeah. Oh man, the demons beat you, so you would have lost a building and 2 victory points on top of it.
Well, it doesn't matter, because even if we both won, you still won.
I know. I just feel bad because that's like just kicking you when you're down.
That one bad combat like ruined the whole thing.
If it hadn't been for that one combat round,
And I genuinely don't like games that do that, where it takes one screw up to lose the whole game. But this game, in all fairness, gives you opportunities to catch up. It
Yeah,
really does.
we had so many, that one round where we didn't know what we were facing. We both had opportunities to get the 10 and see what we were facing, and we
Right.
didn't take them.
Yep. But we need resources for buildings.
Yeah. You got it. You have to balance that, because once one player starts to run away with victory points, as you were starting to, I was freaking out, and I'm like, okay, I have to build as much as possible now in order to catch up. And that meant that I wasn't paying attention to the thing. But whereas I said, screw it, I'm going to play my 4 and hope to God it gets me across the finish line, you only played the 2 and didn't make it.
But again, if I had done that, I still would have lost this round hard. So it really didn't matter. It really, that round was just toasted me.
Phew. I missed all of Adam's commentary here. Aaron, you almost quoted it a few minutes ago. Oh, the Star Wars thing. Immensely apt description. Being German, I am suddenly intrigued by my heritage's apparent interest in butt shafts. Not butt shafts. It's butt shaft.
It's butt shaft.
Butt shaft.
I mean, to be fair, my butt shaft is far deeper than your butt shaft.
Well, it's had more spelunking. Anyway. And immediately experience being canceled in today's setting for making that reference. Aw. No, that's fine.
If they don't want to that's okay.
I won't cancel you for butt shafts. I thoroughly enjoy butt shafts. Anyway, that's the game. That is Kingsburg. It's an intriguing puzzle.
There's a lot of expansions.
There are so many expansions that add so many different things. Like you saw over here, there are these event cards, which means once per year you have to follow a certain rule. For example, No Mercy means that the award for the highest combat value in battle is 2 victory points instead of 1. You can get so many other things. The king is sick. Number 18 cannot be influenced. If in a previous year the king was sick already, the king dies and the game immediately ends.
Oh my god! Holy hell! That got dramatic fast.
Wow!
It's not the player with the highest points becomes the king. It's just, no, the game's over. Like, you don't even count your points. You just fold up the box and put it away. Like, nope, it's over.
You have to set the game on fire. That'd be something. And that's just one of the things you can do. There are replacement player mats, like these building boards. You can get entirely different buildings, which changes the game up dramatically.
Yes.
There are buildings. These are the alternate building things, I think. Yeah, and these can be laid out in like any different arrangement or whatever. They're just different rows. So you just place them in place of the row that would be there. And then you play those instead.
Yeah, it's a really good 5-player game. When you're playing with everybody, this gets nuts up here.
Yeah, this for 2 players, it's relatively comfortable. We didn't get in each other's way that much. For 3 players, you start to elbow each other. For 4, it is carnage, because everybody is fighting over the same people. Yes. And it is almost impossible to guarantee that you will get what you need.
Someone's walking away without their turn.
Yeah, it's going to be bad, no matter what. Which is why in a 4-player game, I cannot recommend getting this market and the Kniep as fast as possible, because they let you change your roles somehow, which is so immensely useful. This market, I used it so many times this game, and I'd forgotten I had it for like the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, maybe that was my big mistake, because I did not bother to get that.
Yeah. There are alternate scenarios, like these 4 scenarios up here. Goblin Valley changes up how the combat works. Wheel and Deal allows for different groups of I don't know how to describe it, like the influencers, I think. Different advisors. You can have characters that you play as that give you like different abilities, like the fairy just gives you an extra white die during summer, and that would be your character. You're playing as that person, and you get that ability for the entire game. There are a ton of these, and they all come with the game. Like, all of this stuff is included in Kingsburg 2nd Edition. So, I mean, the value you get out of this one game, and it's so many different ways to play it, is impressive, to say the least.
We did not once visit the king this game.
No, nobody visited the king, although you did say hi to the queen. To be fair, usually one of us will get a roll that gets close to 18. We never even came close to that this time.
Barely saw 17, the third row, honestly.
17 with a +2 is as close as we ever got to getting 3. Although we did manage to roll 3 ones, so I mean, it was working the opposite way, surely. For God's sake. Anyway, yeah, this is Kingsburg. It's totally worth it, especially if it goes on sale. Pick it up. It is a value and a half, and as I say, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, with 4 players, you're gonna be pushing and shoving. Everybody's gonna be fighting for the good stuff.
Even with 3 friends.
Yeah, can you play 5 players this game?
Yeah,
oh my
5.
God, yeah.
I can't imagine.
I think we've only done 4. I cannot imagine 5 players. That would just be carnage.
Yeah.
At that point, you're pretty much just taking the role you're given, and that's it.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, you aren't going 2 or 3 places.
Like, yeah, you aren't getting to do 3 things. You're gonna get one thing and be glad you got that. Oh my God! But this is Kingsburg. Like I said, 2nd edition is fantastic. It includes all of these expansions just for free with the standard game. Like, nobody does that anymore, which is, to me, is fantastic. And it is a fun game. It's like I said, it's a different game with more players, but as it is, I think it's a fun game.
Oh, definitely.
Like I said, this expansion that we played this time with the chips, normally you just roll a die, and that's how many soldiers the king gives to everybody.
Everyone, yeah.
Whereas the chips, I feel, adds a more of an element of strategy.
Yeah, I like the wager element.
Yeah, where you have to decide how much you're willing to bet that you'll be able to get past that particular combat. And as you saw, sometimes it doesn't end well.
No, it does not.
Anyway, that's Kingsburg in a nutshell. I could gush about this game for quite a long time, but anyway, it's done. It was a good game. You played extremely well, CJ. If it wasn't for that one combat, I don't think I would have won. I don't think I would have won, because that swung thing so hard.
Yeah.
But,
that changed it up pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh well, you can't win them all.
No, I'm lucky as hell to have won this. I'll be honest. I feel like I was struggling for like the first 2/3 of the game, and it was only after that lucky swing that I was starting to ramp up. But anyway, well done, sir. Well done. As always, it is always a pleasure and a joy to play board games with you, my friend, and I miss doing so in person. I hope we get the chance to do that soon. Fingers crossed somebody invents like a treatment that actually works. I know everybody's hooked and wants a vaccine, but I'd be thrilled if they just found a treatment that saved the lives of people who got sick with it. Like, that alone would probably be enough for, things to go back to some semblance of normalcy. And I think a treatment is a more viable possible option than a vaccine at this point. But, it is what it is, and that's entirely different. But I'm just thinking long term. I want to see my friends again. Damn it.
Agreed.
But this is a close second. I always have a great time when we stream board games. So
yes, and I am very thankful for TTS.
Yes. TTS is a lifesaver in this quarantine. Honest to God. Anyway, that's it for us. We're gonna call it a night. Thanks for watching, Adam. Thanks so much for being our first subscriber.
Hooray!
And for showing up in the chat and being awesome and just being a good dude. Thank you so much. Really looking forward to playing a certain game with you that I don't want to spoil yet live.
It's coming.
But it's coming, and it's going to be awesome. And we're going to stream it. Just cross, knock on wood, nothing goes wrong. But I am psyched. I am super psyched to play this game.
I am as well.
So that's going to be more of a long-term project, if I can go ahead and spoil that. But
absolutely.
Let's hope all goes well with that. In the meanwhile, that's going to be it from us tonight. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Night, guys.